Hello, everyone. So, what happened that we have already gone through two lectures of this research methodology, but these two lectures were just to introduce you some basic terminologies of research. And now, from today onwards, we'll go through your syllabus topics. Each of them through elaborate uh, illustration and examples, and also I will give you some assignments which you need to complete. And sometimes, whenever you will get this lecture video, then you need to answer through comments. So, as the time is not much, so that's why I'm including this type of means approach to discuss the topics with you. You can consider this as the lecture number one. Now, a few things I have to say, I have to actually tell you is that about the textbook, which one you need to prepare for this research methodology. And from my side, you can see this one. Yeah, I'll prepare this one. This is the research methodology, methods and techniques of C.R. Kothari and Gaurav Garg, famously known as Kothari's books on research methodology. So I will follow this book along with some other books, textbooks also. But for you, I'll recommend that go through this book. Okay. And whenever you will attend my lecture, you will have means several kinds of informations that I think that you need to note down and take the assignments very seriously. And regarding the attendance, you will give the attendance by answering the questions that I'll answer. I'll means ask in this lecture by your name. Means your name first. If you have got the ID, then your name under bracket ID. Then you'll answer the question to comment in the questions. It will be in the lecture itself. So you'll do that. So without wasting time, let's come to the first lecture topic. I'm going to share the screen. Let me first share the screen. I hope it is visible to you now. So, meaning of research. The very first day, I tell you something regarding research. I ask each of you a few things that what research meant to you, why you have chosen PhD, means what is the motive behind choosing this PhD. And then there we have got to know about different definitions of research, right? Research, something is already there, then this may happen in a different way. First, two different way. First, something is already there, then you need to search more on that particular topic, or something new you want to search for. So that's why this definition is that research in common parlance refers to a search for knowledge. Research is a common means approach towards the search of knowledge. Just a minute. Now, next thing that one can also define research as a scientific and systematic search for pertinent information on a specific topic. This definition is much better. You can say that research as a scientific and systematic search for pertinent information on a specific topic. In fact, research is an art of scientific investigation. See, Dekhna, the way of how we are defining this term research, right? Although it sounds simple for us, but these definitions matters a lot. This definition itself has the ability to build your ethics or your respect towards this field of research, towards this term. तो फर्स्ट मैंने क्या बोला research is a scientific and systematic search for pertinent information on a specific topic. You can underline the term pertinent information. And second thing that you have to note down that this is a scientific and systematic approach, right? Obviously, whenever you go for searching something, you should have some base. You should have what some information that you already collected or that already exists in the literature. So you will use that base, you will use that information to find out something new to that specific topic. Suppose in case of say like I'm talking about social science research, right? Women empowerment. Women empowerment, how means suppose a degree like MSW will help or will contribute something towards women empowerment. You may note down that what I have just said, that how a degree, like pursuing a degree like MSW, will help or will contribute towards the women empowerment. तो ये जो प्रॉब्लम है वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट, और ये क्या क्वेश्चन पूछा मैंने, MSW ये कोर्स कोई पार्शू कर रहा है तो ये कोर्स से क्या इम्पैक्ट और क्या कंट्रीब्यूशन आएगा आपका किस पे, वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट में, ये आपको फाइंड आउट करना है. दिस थिंग यू नीड टू फाइंड इट आउट. नाउ I today as a first question I want to give this question to you. एक लाइन में बताओ, within one line you tell me that how this MSW pursuing MSW course will contribute towards the women empowerment. तो इसके लिए आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा? Obviously base, you need to develop the base, right? You need to create a base, and also you need to find some information, find some literature, and those literature is what, either some books like this or suppose some research papers, those who research scholars are already working in this field, they have contributed something, right? So you need to go through them. So this is a kind of systematic approach. ऐसा नहीं कि आप जाम करके कोई भी एक स्टेप छोड़ के डायरेक्ट इसमें आ रहे हो. This is not like that. This is a kind of systematic approach and scientific also, because whenever you have that base, whenever you have that information, what you have to do, carry out some field study or scientific work also. You cannot claim one particular thing without establishing some base, without establishing some supports or evidences towards that fact. So that's why we define research as a scientific and systematic search for pertinent information on a specific topic. So see, pertinent information means those kind of information which has some evidence with it, which is being claimed with some proof by some authors, by some research scholars, right? So that is research. So हम कुछ खोज रहा है, right? We are trying to investigate something. So we can define research as an art of scientific investigation also. Got it? So dictionary definition of research is a careful investigation or inquiry, specially through search for new facts in any branch of knowledge. अभी जो मैंने example दिया, the example that I have cited is regarding some social science research, right? So this will be maybe anywhere. Suppose you are in arts, you are in suppose commerce, you are in science and engineering, whatever your fields, but the base thing is same. जो मैंने बोला, क्या करना है, एक बेस एस्टेब्लिश करना है, इंफॉर्मेशन गैदर करना है, एंड एक साइंटिफिक वे से आपके जो क्लेम है उसको प्रूव करना है. मींस एविडेंस एस्टेब्लिश करना है, कंपेयर करना है, then only you can claim your whatever you proposed. So I hope that this definition is clear to you. Some people consider research as a movement from the known to unknown. See, her line, ये जो definition हम बोल रहे हैं, her line में some weightage है. Some weightage is there in every sentence. Yes or no? Some people consider research as a movement from the known to the unknown. It is actually a voyage of discovery. आपके पास कुछ इंफॉर्मेशन है, you already have information, still आपको कुछ और इंफॉर्मेशन चाहिए, you want to have more information on that, right? You want to find something new over that. So that's why I'm saying, or that's why those people are saying that research is nothing but a movement from the known to the unknown. Clear? So it is actually a voice of discovery. We all possess the vital instinct of inquisitiveness. When the unknown confronts us, more and more our inquisitiveness makes probe and attain understanding of the unknown. जितना हम उस चीज को एक्सप्लोर करेंगे, जितना हम एविडेंसेस कलेक्ट करेंगे, उतना हमारा क्या हो जाएगा, जो भी हमारा प्रॉब था वो क्लियर होते जाएगा और मोर अंडरस्टैंडिंग आर कमिंग टुवर्ड्स दैट अननोन थिंग, राइट? दिस inquisitiveness is the mother of all the knowledge and methods which one employs for obtaining the knowledge of whatever the unknown can be termed as research. May ye line, this line I'm again going to repeat because this is a very good definition towards research. See, this inquisitiveness is the mother of all knowledge and the method, and which one employs for obtaining the knowledge of whatever the unknown can be termed as research. So ask us your second task है that you have to do. First task you got in ना, मैंने जो बोला था first task क्या था आप लोगों का, जो मैंने प्रॉब्लम दिया कि MSW कोर्स वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट के लिए कैसे इम्पैक्ट करे, what is the contribution of the pursuing MSW course contributes towards women empowerment. और second question ये है जो आपको करना है, that is that this definition, this last definition I am talking about, that this inquisitiveness is the mother of all knowledge and the method that one employs for obtaining the knowledge of whatever the unknown can be termed as research. मैंने बोला आप लोगों को कि research is a movement from the known to the unknown. अब इस सेंटेंस से रिलेटेड जो डेफिनेशन आई हैव जस्ट एक्सप्लेन, you need to summarize it, you need to write it down. I hope this is clear to you. This second question is now clear to you. Now we'll go through some famous persons or famous personalities in these fields how they actually try to define this research. Research is an academic activity, and as such, the term should be in a technical sense. Now, according to Clifford Woody, remember this name, research comprises defining and redefining problems, not just defining problems. Mind it, redefining problems also takes place. Research is always a kind of criticism. Whatever we have, then someone has to criticize it, right? Otherwise, new things may not come. Because if you are satisfied what you already have, then no invention is going to take place. Criticism is at most required in research. Mind it. ठीक है, ये याद रखना. तो इसलिए क्लिफोर्ड वुडी ने क्या कहा है कि research comprises defining and redefining the problems, formulating the hypothesis or suggested solutions, collecting, organizing, and evaluating the data, making deductions and reaching conclusions, and at last, carefully testing the conclusions to determine whether they fit the formulating hypothesis. इसमें हमें बहुत सारे terms मिल गए. First, defining and redefining problems. Clear? Then formulating a hypothesis. Hypothesis you can consider as a kind of suggestion from the proposer. Proposer in the sense that research scholar who is doing that research, particular research work, or suggested solution you can say. Then collecting, organizing and evaluating data. Data आपको collect करना है, organize करना है, उसको evaluate करना है, then making deductions and reaching towards the conclusion. And at last, whenever you conclude something, you need to test it. You need to claim your results or result analysis, right? So you have to carefully test the conclusions to determine whether they fit our proposed hypothesis or not. Then D. Schlesinger and M. Stephenson in Encyclopedia of Social Sciences define research as the manipulation of things, concepts, or symbols for the purpose of generalizing to extend, correct, or verify knowledge, whether that knowledge aids in the construction of theory or in the practice of an art. ये definition पूरा के पूरे याद रखो, because whenever you, as you are currently in the PhD, you need to at least means remember few names in that area. मैं इसी area के बात नहीं कर रहा. I'm not talking about research methodology paper. I'm talking about your particular research. Like in my case, I did my research work in artificial intelligence. So I have to know some famous personalities in this area, famous scientists and research professors in this area, right? So in that way, in your field also, you should remember such names. Was claiming is very important, right? Now, in this case, this stipendation at least our social science PhD scholar, you should remember their name and you should remember the definition, what they have said. This is, they are talking about manipulation of things through research. And purpose is the generalization or extending or correcting or verifying the already existent knowledge. Okay? Then research is thus an original contribution to the existing stock of knowledge, making for its advancement. So already जो हमारे पास knowledge है, उस knowledge को हम extend करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, right? या तो extend करने के लिए कोशिश कर रहे हैं, either we are trying to extend it or we try to make it, or we try to prove that it is wrong, right? We try to criticize it. Okay? So that's what I mean to say, that already you should have something in your in that particular field. If it is nothing there, then that will be a novel kind of research. Novel kind. See, there is a term you are going to use in your PhD work, novel, innovative. Novel word जो है ना, आप कोई भी approach के लिए यूज करोगे तो आपको पहले माइंड करना पड़ेगा. You have to think that what does it exactly mean. You cannot use the word novel everywhere. Novel is only for that thing which is totally new, right? Which, suppose you are proposing something, you are proposing some approach. If you are modifying it from somewhere else, you cannot say that is novel. Novel means that your approach is the one which is totally new in this area, and novel means that that approach credits only to you, and no one is there who has done that particular work in that way, in that particular approach that you have proposed. Okay? So in short, what happened, that search for knowledge through objective systematic method of finding solution to a problem is research. I'm repeating again. The search for knowledge through objective and systematic method of finding solution to a problem is research. And the systematic approach concerning generalization and the formulation of a theory is also research. And as such, this term research refers to the systematic method. See, many times, whenever I'm trying to define the research, I am using the word systematic. So ये word को आपको use करना है, ये word को आपको mind करना है, right? So the systematic approach concerning generalization and the formulation of a theory is also a research. A theory word आपको मिला, इसको भी आपको underline करना. I will discuss about these words in next class. As such, the term research refers to the systematic method consisting of enunciating the problem, formulating a hypothesis, collecting the facts or data, analyzing the facts, and reaching the certain conclusion, either in the form of solutions towards the concerned problem or in certain generalization for some theoretical formulation. So whatever we have just discussed throughout the class, ये सारे चीज इस particular last वाला definition में include किया गया है. ठीक है? So today this mass is sufficient for you, but I want the assignment to be completed and submitted before 5 p.m. You can submit the questions that I have asked into comment also, but you have to mention your name, and the big one means big one in the sense that your own examples for this research, you need to write it down. You can submit in our group also. So if any confusion, you can ask me, but don't skip the assignment. I'm repeatedly telling. And don't forget to mention your name. I have to mark your attendance also. So with this, I'm concluding today's lecture. Thank you. Thank you very much.